Oh, hey.
Think about it every night. Don't let this house fall down. The Lord left long ago.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Sorry. I'm in Canada, so being ill is just flowing through me. It's Wednesday. I am back at my hotel at the end of the night. Tonight's show was great. They did a contest. A real Murphy's Law thing happened at the club. 3 people called in sick. Aside from that, their exhaust fan broke in their kitchen, so they couldn't serve hot food. And shout out to Tyler, manager of the club, who had to do 4 jobs tonight. He had to do 3 people out sick and his own job. So he was working the door and managing and running drinks, I believe. People were pissed, but that is part of the whole comedy deal. Sometimes shit fucks up in your business and you gotta just roll with it. And he rolled with it like a boss. I've been in that situation as a door guy. I remember our internet went out one time and credit card system went out because of that. So we had to do the old kunk swipe of people's cards, and it took forever and they were pissed. Cost of being the boss, you know, the guys are doing business, you know what I mean? The contest was cool. It was 5 comics. It's called the Funniest Comic with a Day Job contest, and they're pretty good comics. They're a year or 2 or 3 in. It really gave me a flashback to the days in which I used to do comedy in contests. If you're unfamiliar, almost every club every summer has a contest, and the reason they do that is because it's really hard to get people out in the summertime, especially in places where it's cold all winter. When it gets to summertime and the weather's nice, nobody wants to be inside and spend their nights in a comedy club. So they have these contests where the audience votes on who the funniest person is. Thus, if you're in the contest, it benefits you a great deal to bring as many people as you can out to vote for you. So they ended up being packed, and we were sold out tonight because of that, and it was a great show. Crowd was really awesome. There's also a thing of 5 amateur comics going up before a headliner. It makes it super easy for me to just knock it out of the park. This crowd was kind of funky in that the highest highs were way higher than last night, but overall it was kind of quieter. But there were people banging on the tables, people losing their minds at certain points. It was a blast to do, had some fun with them. People tried to get me to chug wine. I was drinking wine tonight, and again, a dumb comedian American thing where most things don't affect me in the world, but because of the tariffs, they don't have bourbon in Canada anymore. And that's my go-to stage drink. So I just switched to red wine. They have a really good Malbec there. That's my favorite red wine. Shout out Malbec. And someone told me to chug it like a fucking hillbilly, and I refused because I'm not that person. Then 20 minutes later, I said goodnight and I chugged it because I am that person. I'm a piece of shit. But it was super fun. I am out of merch. I think tomorrow I'm gonna walk to a Staples here. Last time I was here, I did that, and I got some stickers printed up. So I think for the rest of the week, I'll be selling stickies. Fun night. I ordered pizza because the kitchen was fucked at the club. So I'm gonna eat that now and then go to bed and get up for radio tomorrow. I am doing morning radio, which is something I haven't done in at least 2 years. It was probably the last time I was here I did it, and I remember having fun, but I'm always a little nervous about morning radio because I can be boring sometimes. Sometimes people ask me about my life and I give them my truthful, honest answer instead of being funny. It leads to a boring conversation that's not funny. I think I'll be okay. If I remember correctly, these guys are super fun, and I think they watched a couple of clips of mine and we just kind of comment on those and have some fun. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna eat my food, I'm gonna pass out, and I'll see you later. Yeah, it's been 1 week. Oh, hey, it's Thursday. in my hotel room, did 3 radio spots this morning. That used to be such a bigger thing in comedy. In the past, what they would do, they would ask you beforehand, like, what jokes do you want to do and how can I set those up? So then once you did radio, once you were live on air, they would lead into one of your jokes with something like, so you have a son, Rory, how's he doing? And then you just go into the Rory joke. These were all very conversational, which is a lot better than that. They were super fun. The first one kind of naturally led into one of my bits about the kids. I started to go into that. As I'm doing it, I finish it, and then the guy was like, So, and I forgot that they're on a strict time crunch for radio. They gotta cut away for commercials. So I think I kind of made them sweat doing that. 2 of them had very old bios for me from when I was still living in Chicago. Actually, I think all 3 of them did. So every single one, we talked about Chicago, we talked about Cincinnati, and then a little Detroit. But yeah, they were fun. Came back here. Actually, I had Drew, the manager, drop me off at Pancake House to get breakfast. And I sat down, looked at the menu, and I realized I was not hungry at all. I just usually get breakfast after radio. So I ordered a smoothie there and left, which I had no idea that the Pancake House had smoothies. That is crazy because they have things on their menu that are over 2,000 calories. Wild to think that they would have a smoothie with spinach and chia seeds. Got that, came back here, hung out for a little bit, and then I walked to Staples because I was unable to get merch for this week. So I went to Staples to get some stickers printed up. They're super cheap, they're not ideal, but they can get me through tonight. And then I also found a high quality printing place here that got professional stickers made. So I will pick those up tomorrow. I walked over to that place, got those taken care of. Then I went into a Safeway because I really loved the Dr. Grip pens for writing. They didn't have them at Staples. They didn't have them at Safeway either. They did have a Starbucks, so I got a Starbucks, and so I'm gonna drink that now, which I probably shouldn't because I probably should just lay down and take a nap. And also, I've had 2 nightmare dumps. That's me, Daddy. I walked like 3 miles today. Pretty good. I really need to get in a writing session. I need to write this joke I have about being a stay-at-home parent. I think it's good. I think I just need to keep practicing because it's just a long, long list of things, and there's a lot of humor in there, but it's just a lot to remember, and I'm having trouble doing that. So I'm gonna try that, shower, get ready for the show. I still got 3 hours before they're gonna pick me up, so I might get a nap in, who knows, we'll see. 1 show tonight, sold out again, 2 tomorrow, 2 Saturday. They gave away 6 groups of 4 tickets in the first radio station, probably at the rest. So it's not looking good for late show tomorrow, but hopefully people, word of mouth is around, people come out and they get to see me. All right, and hopefully I didn't just blow a bunch of money spending it on merch that no one's gonna buy. It's been pretty good so far. I'm pretty sure it'll keep going. All right, let's go. I'm gonna go get shit done. I'm sorry, I don't know what that crazy old voice was. Bye.
Well, it's not like we don't try. It's worth it every single night. Don't let this house fall down. The Lord left alone.
Daddy, I want to play the bottle whack game. And my fiance goes, what is the bottle whack game? And then I started to tell her, and have you ever explained something to someone, and while you're explaining it to them, you realize it's the dumbest thing you've ever done? And they should probably take your kids away? I go, it's this game we invented where we take an empty Sprite bottle and we hit each other in the head as hard as we can.